In this video, I'm running through Minato-ku of Tokyo, one of the richest and by far the fanciest neighborhood of all of Japan. It's the home to Roppongi, the capital of nightlife, Omotesando, Champs-Élysées of Tokyo, Azabu and Shirokane, where the wealthiest expats live, and Tokyo Tower, Japan's icon. And I'm gonna run 1 hour to see how many visibly empty houses that I can find in this really fancy neighborhood. It's not exactly where you'd expect to find abandoned homes in Japan, but here's the thing. Japan has 9 million empty homes and Tokyo has about 647,000. So Minato should have some, right? You know, as part of Tokyo Akiya Marathon, I want to find out how many of them I can find in 60 minutes. I have a good feeling about this one because the last one wasn't very good in Chiyoda. Let's go check it out. Welcome to Tokyo Akiya Marathon. Okay, let me get changed real quick. All right, I'm ready. So today, I have a new camera, Insta360 Go Ultra. I'm not sponsored by them. I just heard this is a great camera for running. Lots of runners have this, and I finally got it. Until today, I was using DJI Osmo, which is great. It's got a great stabilizer, and I really like it for other purposes, but not when I'm running, because it's kind of heavy when I'm extending my arm like this. So I'm very excited to use this, see how it works. All right, ready? Let's go. All right, let's go towards Tokyo Tower. Look at this. Ah, this is so beautiful. And this is Zojoji. This is the third episode of this series, Tokyo Akiya Marathon. The first one I did Shinjuku because that's where we would start the marathon. Oh, by the way, the reason why I'm doing it is because I got into Tokyo Marathon. There's no better way to train and go look for Akiya in Tokyo at the same time. So that is my excuse. Anyway, hopefully I can get some mileage in today. Believe it or not, I used to live in Minato-ku, so I'm pretty familiar with this area. It's definitely a lot nicer or runnable compared to Chiyoda, I would say. When I was looking at the map, I realized that I remember there was a visibly abandoned house. Actually, a stretch of them when I went to Shirokane with a meal. Remember that episode? Yeah, we saw in the midst of a really nice neighborhood. There are a couple of abandoned looking houses, so I'm gonna try to find those. So the first stop is Shirokane. All right, I clipped the camera on my hat. This is so easy, it's awesome. Let's see what we find. So this is Minato-ku for you. Very nice homes. It is a lot more residential than Chiyoda-ku, I would say. Lots of offices, like I said earlier, many embassies. Apparently there are 81 embassies in Minato. Yeah, that's out of like 130 or something like that of all of Japan. So a majority of them are in this district, which is pretty wild. Anyway, you know, when I think about Minato, very wealthy neighborhood. You know, you live in Minato, you're pretty much a baller. Actually, let me take that back because I used to live in Minato and I was definitely not, I was barely living. But yeah, there was a hot second of my life. It's like a few months, I think. You know, I lived in Shirokane and, you know, I had fun. Walking distance to Roppongi. I biked to work in Ginza, so that was nice. But yeah, that didn't last. It was very expensive. I was paying like almost half of my salary, monthly salary or something like that, which is not something you should do. Anyway, I'm getting a little lost. All right, so this is Azabu-Juban Station. Oh, I know where we are. This is a really desirable location if you keep going that way. It's actually Roppongi. Yeah, we came here with a meal, so we're pretty close to where I think I'm gonna find the first Akiya. But this is an expat central, a very desirable area, quite residential as well. Hey, look at that, kind of abandoned looking house, but there's no way it's an Akiya. I think it's like that on purpose. So, wow. Oh wait, I think it is. Can I count this? Okay, yeah, let's count it. It's like the nicest abandoned house in all of Japan. Yeah, let's count that. Who would have thought out of all the places? Didn't think I was gonna find the first Akiya in Azabu-Juban. All right, we're getting closer and closer to where I used to live. I remember this street. I used to bike here every day to Ginza. I think there's like a Turkish place that I used to go to. I don't know if it's still there. Or maybe I should go into one of those alleyways. Let's see. Okay, let's go in here. See what we'll find. Saw something. Let's check it out. How about this one? No, definitely not abandoned. It's just an old place. Oh, do you remember this place? This is the place that Emil showed us. The house that was tucked in. It was really cheap because it's surrounded by buildings. But it looks like they found an owner or a resident. Good for them. Okay, let's keep going. Dude, I think I found the second one. How about this? There is a motorcycle in front of it, but I don't know. It's not accepting mail. Good location. Akiya number 2. Let's go. I am surprised actually that I'm already seeing multiple Akiya. You know, it's been about 15 minutes of running. It is kind of promising. Let's see. Oops, I might have passed my old place. It's actually right by the highway. So right now we're in Azabu, very expatty place. So yeah, this street, that's where I used to live. Behind me, hasn't changed. Whoa, that's an Akiya looking house. Should I go check it out? Yeah, I used to come to that family mart all the time. Here, I think this was it. Is this one? I think so. That's an Akiya right here. Number 3. Okay. It's a great location though. Oh, this is a big hill. Looks like a nice area though. So apparently there are about 270,000 residents in Minato-ku. That is not a whole lot. So if Tokyo has like 12, 13 million, that's less than 2%-ish. Yeah, it's not that many people. Quite exclusive. It's one of the smaller wards too. So even though it's residential, there aren't that many people living. But just looking at all these places, it does look like there's way more than 270,000. Okay, if I remember correctly, the abandoned looking house that I saw a few months ago in this area from one of the apartment units that Emil took me should be around here. I don't know. Maybe they decided to demolish that. Just kidding. Yeah, the apartment was that one, tall one. So it should be over there. Which direction was it? Here, let's go check this out. No. Okay. Maybe over here. How about this road right here? Oh man, I think I found one. I think I found it. It's this one. I found it. This is it. There are multiple of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. At least 4. Finally found them. I cannot believe these are still extremely abandoned. What are they gonna do about this? Such a prime location in Shirokane. Wow. Maybe these ones too? So this looks like an apartment complex, but it does look quite abandoned. Can I count this as well? Why not? Okay, so let's count them all. Probably close to 10 now. Okay. Maybe I hit the jackpot. Nah. Actually, I can't count these. There's definitely people living here. Those ones? Holy cow. Look at that. Let's keep going. So far, so good. So, found another one. But how do I know? I actually cheated a little bit. So, I figured I might not be able to find that many. So I did some homework beforehand and got some available listings online. And this is one of them. One of not many single family houses that are for sale, empty. So Akiya. So let me give you the rundown. This house, super close to Shirokane Station. So it's a 2-minute walk to Shirokane Station, 13 minutes to Takanawa Station, a 2DK, 56 square meters of living space, 39 square meters of land, built in 1987, so like 38 years old. Yeah, it comes with full ownership, rebuildable, and the price is 119, almost 120 million. So that's less than $1 million for this. It's a pretty good deal, I'd say. I mean, for the location, don't know what the inside looks like. I don't know if there's any photos. Doesn't look like it, but location-wise, it's pretty cool. Compared to Chiyoda, a lot more doable. So let's keep going. Now let's go north, maybe Roppongi. What a nice day to run today. Beautiful. Yeah, Minato-ku is actually bigger than I thought. Oh, there's just a lot to see. So I probably should be running more like minor streets rather than these major ones. But I also want to show you what Tokyo looks like, if you run. Yeah. Ooh. Akiya looking. But I saw clothes hanging, so maybe not. And I'm gonna run out of time soon. More than halfway in. I gotta keep going. Alright, kind of going back the way we came. My old neighborhood. Alright, where are we? Is this Shibuyaku already? Hey, I gotta stay in Minato-ku. Maybe this is the street that divides Minato and Shibuya. I'll just keep going. But anyway, I think this is where, this is Hiro almost. And Hiro might not be Minato-ku. But, you know, I want to go to Roppongi. So, let's just go this way. This looks familiar. I used to come here a lot. Fun fact, 7-8 years ago, I dislocated my shoulder doing kneeboarding. Oh, just thinking about it, or talking about it, makes me cringe. But physiotherapy, I used to see a couple times a month. They had an office here. So yeah, I came here quite often. Here we're approaching Hiro. This is Hiro Station. We also featured a very expensive condo unit here. It was like $5 million. The famous intersection. Okay, not a good place to run, but let's keep going. There are also lots of international schools here. So this is like the mecca of Tokyo expats living. Oh, here we're here. So this was the apartment complex that we visited a few months ago. And if you're interested in knowing what a $5 million home looks like, well, watch this video. Probably not gonna find any abandoned houses on this street, but it's fun to watch. All the nice cars, nice buildings. Lamborghini. We're gonna hit Roppongi soon. I got my iPhone now. This thing ran out of battery. No bueno. Anyway, we got to Roppongi. Gotta cross the underground. I'm actually headed to a property. Maybe a couple of them I found online. I did some research to give you context to you know, how much these single-family houses that are for sale are listed at. Quite expensive. I think we're close. And this is like prime Roppongi location, baby. It's very nice. Anyway, yeah, you can see Shinjuku, the Tokyo Tower right there. Very nice. Okay, let's keep going. All right, I got to one of the Roppongi places that I want to show you. It's this house, listed for sale. Even though I don't think it's an Akiya, it's just for sale. But just to give you context, so this one is a 2016 build, less than 10 years old. The land is 82 square meters. The structure is 112 square meters. So it's pretty decent size, especially for Minato-ku, heart of Tokyo. It says 1 SLDK, so there's 1 bedroom and storage or office room, and then LDK, like 3 stories. Guess how much it is? 7 minutes to Roppongi Station and 9 minutes to Nogizaka Station. So really nice. It's very quiet, surprisingly. And like Roppongi Hills is like literally right there. If you party all night, you don't have to worry about catching a train at 1 a.m. Or you're gonna party hard all night and catch the first train at 5 a.m. You can just walk home. That lifestyle doesn't excite me anymore, but you know, I live that lifestyle, admittedly, and that's exactly why I decided to live in Shirokane for a few months. This house is for sale at 198 million yen. So that would be like 1.4 million dollars. What do you think? A prime location in Roppongi for 1.4 million dollars. Maybe not too bad, actually. Yeah, for a single family home. All right, so let me show you the other one that I found online. I got my teammate Julie to meet with me here. She's actually filming for me, so it's probably better than my iPhone since my battery died. But this is definitely abandoned looking. It's a commercial / residential maybe. Yeah, there are chains, so no one seems to be living. And I cannot believe this is vacant, and looks like it's been vacant for some time. I don't know how much it is, but I mean, I would assume someone's gonna take this eventually. Can I count this as like 3 or 4 maybe? Multiple. But anyway, the one that I wanted to show you that we found on listing is just around the corner. It's minutes from Roppongi Station. It's right by everything in Roppongi. So like bars, restaurants, but it's surprisingly quiet. So let's go check it out. Okay, so this is the house, the vacant house in the heart of Roppongi. 2-minute walk from Roppongi Station. It's like literally right there. Roppongi Hills is right there behind you. And again, it's quiet neighborhood. Clearly rebuildable, obviously. Comes with a garage. So you can own a car too, even though you might not need it. But that's Minato living for you, for the wealthy. 3 stories, built in 2004. So that is 21 years old. RC. reinforced concrete, and it's huge, 221 square meters on the 115 square meter land, I think, 3 stories, 5 LDK. The price is, drumroll please, 820 million yen. 8億2000万. It's like a $5.6 million for this. I mean, location-wise, it's hard to beat something like this, right? Especially if you want to be in Roppongi. Again, you can go partying, you can just walk home. You don't have to worry about anything. Restaurants, everything is there. Roppongi Midtown, you can get to Hiro, you can get to Ebisu, you can get anywhere, super close. And especially with a car. So if you can afford it, well, that's the lifestyle for you. Those abandoned houses that I don't know the prices of, I'm sure it's north of 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 million, $5 million. So it is quite expensive, but yeah, I'm pretty surprised that I actually saw a lot more than I thought I was gonna see. Definitely more than Chiyoda, maybe a little less than Shinjuku, but that's kind of expected because we're in Minato. Anyway, that was about an hour, a little over 6 miles that I ran. I could keep going and look for more, but I'm gonna just do 60 minutes per word. Don't remember how many we had, but probably between 10 and 20 today. So stay tuned for the next episode. Which word are we gonna go? I actually don't know, but we'll find out. And I have a feeling we're gonna find a lot more in the next one. Hope to see you there. And if you enjoyed it, make sure to watch the first 2 episodes of this series, Tokyo Akiya Marathon. Hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.